Wonder Dream or something real crazy
No,
and
no.
fancy. Well, ooh,
Valentina Nicole Studio.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you everybody for tuning in to WXRWLP Milwaukee 104.1. This is Talk with King T. I am King T, and today I have a very special guest. If you'd just like to introduce yourself.
Hi. Hello, Milwaukee. This is Valentina Nicole of Valentina Nicole Studio here today.
All right, we have her today, and today we're going to be talking about. She's also with me, Divine, and our other friend Jessica. Shout out to Jessica. We love you, Jessica. That whole trip was great. We also went
it was
to
a time.
Mexico together. Yeah, it was a time, and that was our first time meeting.
Yeah, well, it was a first time meeting a lot of people on that trip.
But I
And
knew some people.
oh, I definitely knew some people, and then it got family there. You know, I've known
Right.
like Jessica and Melinda since I was 9. So
Oh, well, you are basically sisters,
mhm.
They're not cousins.
Right.
Yeah, we went to Mexico. It was so much fun. It was, and you said you hadn't had a passport since you were young, or you haven't traveled. Out the country
Yeah,
since
the
you were
only other
younger.
time I've been out of the country, I want to say I was maybe like 8 or 9. Went to Jamaica.
Ooh,
So
how was
it-
that?
oh, it-
That I want to do that. My mom did that. And
So obviously different as a kid. I couldn't do, the adult fun
Right,
stuff.
right.
But no, it was nice. We stayed in a really nice place. Ate a lot of food. You know what I mean? That was my
I mean,
introduction
that's
to
the
that.
point of like being
Absolutely.
on holiday, especially if it's all
Absolutely.
inclusive. Like you gotta eat.
Exactly. No, I remember specifically like because there, they grow sugarcane.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that you don't swallow that. So like,
Oh, no.
but no, here's the thing: you can't swallow it. Like you bite it, and I don't know what's wrong with your body.
Really?
Like,
I've had sugar, but my grandpa's. I'm Jamaican. My grandpa's from
Okay,
Kingston.
okay.
So like I've even for like I remember I used to go to this one school and in the dorms like I like bought like a whole thing of sugar cane just to like chew on it, and I got some fibers, and I was
I loved it, but like for like a whole day, I was like hiding, spitting it out. And everyone's like, "What are you doing? Why are you so scared?"
Because they're so tiny, but they're tough. They're tiny but tough, and like it's just, but they're so good. Like pure sugar cane is. Oh,
Yes.
I want to go there next.
No, I gotta go back, but I don't know. I feel like just because I've been there once, because I told myself, now I'm 30. My birthday was during the trip.
Yes, and you also
Yes, all
yes,
y'all.
you had your birthday.
Yes,
bitch.
yes. So I was there to count down with me and stuff. I know a lot of people's
course.
flights left that day, but
we in the chat we partied it up. We like it was cake and ice cream in the chat. We didn't even need to.
Absolutely.
Even we weren't there, but I was like, oh, because I'm trying to go for my birthday.
What, go back?
Yeah,
What's your birthday?
Valentine's Day. So it'll be cold here.
I might have to swing it. I ain't gonna lie. The
Please.
resort was nice.
It was.
So
I kind of want to try a different one. I was talking to we were talking about that last week or not 2 weeks ago. I want to do that one again, but like maybe a different one.
I heard that was like one of the only ones that had hookah.
Oh, see, I don't smoke hookah.
Oh, okay, so you don't care.
Yeah, but if you guys want to, like,
No,
obviously,
listen, it's
but
your birthday, so whatever.
That's true. But like, I want to go. I gotta travel back. Like, it was. How was your? Because I know we didn't fly in together, but like, how was your experience? I know we all kind of dipped and dodged at different points.
Honestly, everything was kind of smooth. Like,
okay.
I left out of Chicago, layover flight in Florida. So it's like got my nap
What part
in.
of Florida? Because I had Orlando on the way back, and
I want to say Fort Lauderdale.
okay.
So, I mean, there was a quick layover. So, right to the next plane. And then
Oh,
it was
mine
like,
was-
3 hours or so from there. So, it was like 5 hours travel altogether. It wasn't
Yeah,
too bad.
That's not bad.
It wasn't like Jessica, her lucky self, little hop, skip, and a jump.
Right, yeah. I mean, but to be fair, like she's
Right there.
She's right there. She could have drove if she wanted to. Took a road trip. I
Right.
don't like road trips.
No, not either. You need the perfect amount of people for a road trip.
Yeah.
Like,
None. I'm kidding.
no.
No.
What though?
No, I mean, but I used to travel a lot by car. I mean, I still do. But like as a kid, like we would go like different states and stuff. But like, I don't know. Traveling for me, I'd rather fly.
Always.
I'd rather fly. Fly me out.
Listen, so you're gonna go on the next year's group trip?
I heard about that. I want to.
This is gonna go to Thailand with us. It's supposed to be Thailand, everybody.
See, that'll be another topic of discussion too.
Because I've never been on that side of the world.
Me neither. And I'm ready to go. I want to go to Japan so bad.
That was what
I'm really like. I know I said I want to go back to Mexico, but like Japan, that would be like my next.
Were you
thing.
downstairs too when we drew the countries out of the hat?
I think so.
Because I was like, what 2 countries did you pick?
I think I came on the tail end of it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I remember it. I think what was Thailand and then
Yeah, I put Beijing and then Thailand.
Oh,
So
wow. What makes you want to go there?
just something really different. So
Okay.
like when I one of my old jobs over when I used to work at the bank, one of the girls there, she in high school had went on a, what is that called when they go send the kids, like foreign exchange. So she went to actually she was in Thailand.
Oh, wow.
And she always said the most interesting thing that you can do is travel somewhere where the main language is not English.
Yeah.
Puts a lot of things into perspective for you, and just that experience alone, because I think she lived out there for like a month. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just thought about that, because it's like, how many people come here and don't speak a lick of English and navigate like all of this. I'm like, you know what? I'd be down to try something like that. Yeah.
And you see, like, and I grew up speaking different languages, and I'm still practicing. I need to be a lot better with that, more consistent. But life be life.
I know, but this was Spanish.
Oh, see, and I know, like, Spanish is like my second language, my first language. So it's English, Spanish, French, then Japanese, then sign language, then Italian. Actually, no, Swahili was somewhere in between there too. I don't. Anyway, but yeah, like it worked. Like, because sometimes when I speak Spanish here, it doesn't work or translate correctly. But I did it down there, and it was fine. And I got everything I wanted, and it was great.
I realized, like, when I got over there, because I was excited to go to practice my Spanish. Because here's the thing, outside of Dora the Explorer, I taught myself the little bit of Spanish I know.
Okay, that's good.
Here's the thing, because I used to work sales in the mall, right?
Okay.
So, and I used
to.
I have been in almost every mall in the state. So I have worked at Mayfair, Brookfield Square, Southridge, Fox Valley in Appleton. I worked at the mall in Green Bay. The only mall I pretty much have not done is the ones in Madison. That's it.
Really?
Yes. So, and I was the annoying person selling the flat irons. You know what I mean? So if anybody finds me familiar, I probably hackled you down.
That
made you spend a little bit of money.
Just a chick.
Yes, but that's what made me start learning Spanish, because when we would get girls that did speak Spanish there, obviously they're able to get the Spanish clients. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I started working at Southridge, which is predominantly Spanish,
you can do that anywhere.
Listen, when I worked at Southridge, because it's primarily Spanish. If I didn't learn Spanish, I wasn't gonna make any money. So real fast, I was like, "Hola, señor, siéntate 2 minutos, me hasta gracias." Oh, look, I figured it out.
Girl, I'm telling you.
But I realized the only things I know how to say in Spanish is to talk about a flyer.
See, my thing about speaking in Spanish is food, mi comida, y citas en todo. Oh. I mean, it's not, because I don't see that's like, so I grew up, like, I started in kindergarten, and then I just progressed throughout the years. Like, I definitely did it in middle school, high school, university, and then I would always, like, I would hang on the South Side. I had Spanish speaking friends. I've met people from Spanish speaking countries, and like people always say, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from here." Like, no, like, where were you born? I'm like, here. Outer space, but I'm here in Milwaukee. But like, they always think I'm from, like, Dominican Republic or.
I get that a lot though too. But I will say this: fair enough. It is contributing more so to my name. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Oh, yeah. And then when I was there, like, so. Valentina. Listen, because I used to play the part at Southridge. I used to tell them I was Valentina from Dominicana. You know what I'm saying? That was the persona.
I love that. See, but that works though.
Yes.
And see, I always say, like, my name in Spanish is Tadeo, so I just tell them Tadeo. Like, that's just. And it worked. And like, everybody was like, "Oh, you speak Spanish?" I'm like, "Yeah, enough a little bit just to, order my food and help with an eye exam."
Look, no, when they talk about
Spanish so much in all my jobs.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's good to like use it in real life, and it's like, yay, I'm helping. but like personally, like, because at work, but like
right.
For like, oh, look at
to
that.
Actually, like, to be over in Mexico and actually really to put it to the test.
Right. Yes. That. Oh boy. Let's see. What else are we gonna talk about today? So you went. So I know you went off, not campus, but you went off the resort.
Yes.
You went to a little club.
A club.
You had your little club moment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to pop out for a second.
I don't blame you. Me and Divine, we stayed behind. Whatever, whole nother conversation. But how was it? Because I almost went, but I was like,
what I can remember of it.
Okay.
Let's start there. Listen, it was hot. That's honestly what I mainly remember.
With us.
Listen. I remember leaving and seeing that it was supposed to be in the 80 degree weather and excited. No, it was humid. It was thick.
It was humid.
So in that club, it was humid. It was thick.
Really?
It was packed. You know what I'm saying? And, The only good thing about it was getting those drinks off of the resort.
Yes.
Because they were very watered down on the resort. Really? So, yes.
I mean, but see, mine were like, not back to back, but it wasn't back to back, but I did have I had one. It was one point I was two-fisting it. I had one and one. And I was just taking turns, like that scene in Jurassic Park, when in Jurassic World, when the pterodactyls get out and that guy's carrying his margarita.
For real, like, but that honestly, like at the resort, I would probably been better off drinking beers.
Really, see, I'm not a beer person.
And I prefer not to be because it's like heavy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's gonna be bubbly and everything.
It's dry, yeasty soda, but that's what it is.
But that would have been came out of like a can, so I don't know what they did to the liquor. And maybe it's just I'm from Wisconsin.
And I think that, no, I actually saw a post recently. There's a city in Mexico where if you're from Wisconsin, you can't participate in the drinking contest.
Why?
I'll send it to you.
Because we be doing too much?
Apparently, yeah. I mean, we are like, I guess, what are we, not the drunkest? They were like, I guess.
No, we are. No, the,
alcohol.
Listen, out of the 20.
Packard Avenue back in the day alone.
Listen, the top 20 cities that are drunk in America. Like 15 to 17 of them are in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yes, we are the drunkest state.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, we have a lot of breweries. I mean, there used to be one right there.
Well, even like with our laws and stuff like that, because like you got to think about it. You can legally give your child a drink here at 13.
But you can't buy it after 9. Well, I guess that's
you can go to the bar and drink with your parent
that's just
at
Milwaukee
13.
though, because I heard other counties and other cities they buy stuff like after 9. That's fine. Like
Depends. So not hard liquor. It'll be like Celsius.
Beer, wine,
yeah, beers and Celsius.
Under a certain ABV.
Yeah, because in Appleton it was like that.
I remember when I went to Louisiana. More travel. I love traveling. We might have another special guest. Anyway, we went to the gas station. I brought liquor. They're like, yeah, you can buy liquor. It's like 11. You know, I'm like, what? And they have what is it called? Not that. It's called daiquiris, and you can just drive through, pick up liquor, and that was such a shock to me. I mean,
like, why?
And I just started drinking then too. So like, I'm like, so not only did I just start, but like, you can drive up and get this, and leave the premises and drive home with it, and hopefully not drink. You're not supposed to drink and drive, but wow, it blew my mind. Travel.
Yep.
And that's why, like Divine said, you know, you have to. That's why traveling is so important. You know, it expands your mind. You get to see a different perspective. You get to see, you know, just different.
Absolutely, you get inspired.
Yeah. Like I know some people have like never left Milwaukee, or the city or town they're born in.
I have met people that have never met Milwaukee, and
I remember some of my friends because I've never been to Bayshore. How have you? I grew
That's
up
right down the street.
And I used to go to school in Mesmer, so I was right down the street. Isn't that
still Milwaukee County? Like,
yes.
But no, seriously, there's people that have not left like their neighborhoods. And when you do, and it's not, I mean, I love everybody. I give everybody a chance. But when you do start getting into those in-depth conversations with them, their views are so small and
it kind of fits almost. We're like, no wonder you stay in this box. Your mind is in a box.
So it's like you have to leave. You have to leave. Start small. Yeah, leave your neighborhood, then leave your county. Yeah, leave your city.
Yeah, start small and get comfortable with leaving.
But I my whole entire childhood was on a plane. So I'm be honest.
See, mine was mostly a car or a train or a bus. No. I mean, I flew, but like not. We mostly just drove.
I flew. We lived in Las Vegas and Milwaukee at the same time. Oh, so I went
to Vegas for the first time like 2 years ago.
I love Vegas. Anytime I go back, I'll stay. I don't recommend anybody ever staying there longer than 3 days unless you got some people there. But I used to live there as a kid.
We stayed a week. Here. We stayed 4 nights and 5 days. And still didn't get to do everything we wanted to do. Kind of like in Mexico, like there was so much more I wanted to do.
Well, Vegas is, but if you stay too long, it
wears on you.
It's such a small place.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it, like
it's in the middle of a desert.
It's in the middle of the desert. It's in a valley, and then the only thing that you guys are is just the strip.
Basically
7 miles. That's it. That's where you go. And like I said, if you don't got nobody outside, you ain't got no point. So how much can you do within 7 miles? You know what I mean? I mean, it's a lot.
You can do
but
a 10-mile fair.
I'll say after day 3, once you get to day 4, you like, and 5, you done did way too much. I'll be honest.
Really?
Nah.
Come
back and do it a different time.
I think for me, because my thing is, I like to sleep and lay down. So I think for me,
you could pace it out.
I could pace it out because that's what I did in Mexico, and there's still so much more I want to do. Like I wanted to go on an excursion. I wanted to go off the strip. I wanted to do more, but I was just like, this is also, as long as, celebrating birthdays, this is also for me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I pay for this. So like, if I want to lay down for a little bit, I'm going to lay down for a little bit. And that's okay. People think, when you go on vacation, you should have fun. You should do what's going to be fun for you. So if it's laying down, if it's reading a book, if it's going to the club, if it's going shopping.
Emphasis on fun for you.
Fun for you.
Yes.
Now, of course, if you got to do some planned activity with your friends or family, okay, fine.
That's fine. And I think we had a perfect balance of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
we were together and then we had our own space.
It was 18 people on that trip.
I know. That's what I tell people. I know. I thought about that today. They're like, you got 18 people? I said, yeah. And there was no drama, no fights. I mean, we landed at different times, but that was the only issue.
Everybody kind of went in.
And that's a very loose quote for issue.
But everybody kind of went to do their thing. We met up for dinner. We met up for this and just literally.
And we all met at the pool. We wasn't eating and getting ready. We was at the pool.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
I miss it. I think about the times that when I just came back from there and I'm like, wow. It was relaxing. That's what it was. And it was like, even if something happened here, what can I do about it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm all the way in Mexico. I can't change that. And I'm not changing my flight. And there's another phone party in another 15 minutes. I'm not missing that.
Listen, I was partying.
Then I have to go take a shower and rinse the pool and ocean off me, and I got dinner. I can't be worried about.
I don't know how I'll let y'all convince me to do that second pool party the second day because I woke up feeling like I got hit by a truck.
Wait, okay, what was the first one?
Was the one downstairs.
Okay, yeah.
And that one honestly was more fun to me.
You think so? Yeah.
I think so. Like the upstairs had the aesthetic fine. It had the girls. It had all that.
I know it was.
But
I showed my family there because my mom was like, "Oh, who are those pretty girls you're walking with, or you're with?" I said, "Oh, you'll see." And then it was.
But I feel like the pool was too stretched out, so everybody was there
on top of each other.
Exactly, and because the pool's here, and then their stage was right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So they still had the twerk contest. They still had all that.
Or my coworker, it was nice, but there wasn't a lot of pool space. There was more, not residential, but there was more hotel staying space than than pool swimming space. I mean, you had the ocean, of course, but.
No, that seaweed, I wasn't getting in the ocean. I'll be honest. That was nasty.
I know. It was.
I wanted to, but the seaweed was really, really bad.
Yeah, it was. They had the flag. That's what the flag was out. You need something to drink? Are you good?
Water.
Water. Okay.
I'm a little dry, a little parched.
Yeah, we'll get you one. What was I saying? Yeah, but I did. I don't know. I did not, and I felt so at peace, like being in the ocean, and it was so warm. It was like taking a giant bath.
Yes.
And the sand was so exfoliated. I mean, it was just. When they say you just have to step foot, in Little Mermaid 2, when she put her foot in the ocean, it was like, wow. it felt like
glow.
That. Yeah, it was like, wow, this is, life is really not that bad.
No, it's not. And
it can be, but it's really wow. I felt at peace when I went in there. And maybe it's because it was warm.
You had a sunset view or ocean view?
Ocean. We had ocean.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Look, had to. It was like...
I know, if I'm going to... Why not?
Honestly, that sunset view was really pretty. I'm not going to lie. But no,
I
needed the ocean view. Absolutely.
I don't... I mean, because it's like, wow. I can see the sun, when we get out there.
I guess it's like their city landscape, though. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Because I did see it from that club on the 3rd floor.
See, I didn't
where we went to dinner for Jess's birthday.
Oh.
So on that floor, if you look out, you can see the view of the city. So I can imagine at sunset, yeah, that's probably beautiful and all. But
yeah.
But no, when you are got an ocean view and you look out there and it is just so peaceful, it makes you feel so small.
It is, yeah.
Especially I remember it was a cruise ship actually driving by one of the
we saw.
And I was looking over there, I'm like, dang, just think about it. It's 10,000 people right there just on just in how small it was, you know what I mean? So it's I don't know why, just when I think about those type of perspectives,
it's always about perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of creativity and perspective, your photography brand,
yes,
company, Because you took some really good photos.
Thank you. Yes. Really I was the group photographer, y'all. So if anybody came out, look, I wish I could have got everybody, but everybody was moving around and stuff.
Moving parts,
and nothing went as planned because I did not do that beach photo shoot.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to. Yeah.
I did some of the girls. Like when we that first pool party where after everybody came back from the excursion.
Yeah.
I did take some of the girls out there. Look, Jess's picture, she ate down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely came out there wanting to do that because it's a chance to practice. You know what I mean? Have fun with it. Like,
I mean, it's you got subjects, you got location,
beautiful sun, beautiful scenery,
natural light. Right. Yes. You really, of course, bring your flash and the essentials. Mm-hmm. But like. We brown, so we black. We got melanin, so that just looked extra good on us.
Just glowing. No, I'm so happy that hotel had their own photographer too, because y'all, I didn't trust none of y'all to get me like how I got y'all. That was not about to happen, so I was real sad about that. I said, oh yeah, look, I gave him plenty of money for my pictures. So I was like, whatever, I don't care.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, right before dinner. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so what inspired you to be a photographer?
Okay, so I am an overall artist, so it's hard for me to say I'm a photographer sometimes because
art. Yeah, well, that's art. That
is so it's like I'm an artist, and my medium for this stuff is a camera and editing software. But but yeah, so I started off by drawing portraits. I've been drawing honestly probably since before I could write my name. I could draw a face.
That is That's a great trait.
And
that's the trait of a real artist. Like if you've been doing that,
I don't know, just something about like especially like women. I just think women are just beautiful and just so magical. Exactly.
They are.
And so it's like the eyes, the lips, like the cheek structure, like everything. So
it's all right there.
So then
and you can see that every morning when you look in the mirror. Every time you prize something, let her for you.
So, when I started my business, though, honestly, so I left my job at the mall because that was what I was doing after the pandemic, and I had a bunch of money saved up. I was supposed to buy that business, actually, but I was like, no.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was actually going to do. I was going to buy the kiosk from that person and, like, start doing that and actually own it.
Okay.
I just decided not to. I didn't want to anymore.
Okay.
I was sick of the same old thing, and it's one of those things where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this, what I saved, and bet it on myself. I'm going to try something different, go out of the box. I have enough money to invest in equipment. I have enough money for, like, all of this right now because all this fails, I can always come back and do this.
Say that.
You know what I mean? So why
invest in yourself? A lot of people, they don't like, what if I fail? What if you succeed? What if you blow up? And that's, like, I know we talked about megastars a little pre-show, but like, even if you don't make it to, like, you did something that you enjoyed and you're known for it, and that's your career now.
Honestly,
and you put your heart in yourself. That's like I remember I talked about the spark. You gotta have that spark. If that's what you like, go for it and do it.
And for me, it's not even about the notoriety of it all. Exactly. It really is like I'm a very humble person. If I get the notoriety, great. I will be happy with just to be able to make a living doing what I love. That's it. I want to be able to survive doing what I love, and everything after that is a blessing. That's it.
Because it's like, do it because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if you really enjoy it, and if you're really good at it, you won't be without. You'll be without lack. Wait, I think what was it? You won't have lack. You'll be without lack.
Yes.
You're always gonna have what you need. But you have to keep that passion. You have to keep doing it because you enjoy it. Don't think of it as a chore. Don't think of it as a oh, I got to do this. Like, do it like, wow, I get to, like with photography, like, like you say, you take a picture, you start with a subject. Let's say you start with fruit. Then you move on to trees. Then you move on to, maybe animals. And then maybe people walking by and they say, hey, can you pose for me?
For any, honestly, it's so crazy. So I really picked up the camera and just so, all right. So here's like the little breakdown of like really how I really started.
Please, tell me.
So yeah, my business was actually supposed to be more centered around my fine art because I draw, I paint.
Okay.
And of course I have the pieces that I want to like actually sell for those big prices. But I was like, there's certain stuff that I put in my sketchbook. I wouldn't mind selling copies of these. So that's actually how it started. So I was originally gonna buy this large printer to be able to just duplicate things and have a service like that. And then with that, I was suggested, well, if you get the printer, you might as well pick up a camera because then that's another, you know what I'm saying? They just kind of go hand in printing and photography. It goes hand in hand.
Right.
I don't have the printer now, guys. So it went right into the camera. But when I picked that up and then I did my first like little photo shoot for one of my friends, I just fell in love with it. And I think it just comes from me drawing, just again having that subject matter.
Yeah.
Again, women, faces, figure, and everything.
And that's the thing too. You know what you want to see.
Yeah.
You have that. You like, this is my This is what I want.
Yes, and drawing and photography is alike in the way of composition. Composition is the same no matter what field you take it to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's about balance and everything. That's why I'm saying I'm an artist, but now the camera is my medium. You know what I'm saying? So, and they get really fun, and I can make little setups and stuff.
Yeah.
I like being a girl's girl. So
I know my cousin said she was texting you about her photo.
Oh yeah.
So. Again, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, and she was like, "You're talking to her," and I said, I'm like, Logan, like I'm with her on vacation, like right now. I can ask her.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm not a real. I'm a real person.
Right.
I'm not a scam.
Like I'm physically like right next to her. I can touch her. Like she's here. But that's so positive though. I love that. But I like what you said about because that's like me. Like I'm an artist, but like my medium is writing. Like And the thing is, I always tell people, again, I don't have the passion to be, like to draw like that. Like I would like to, but it's like, I'd rather write. But again, that's my passion. Because somebody's like, oh, I don't know how to write a story, or how do you make up a poem? How do you, but again, like when you feel it, and that's a lot. You got to get in touch with your emotions.
You do, because one thing I do find that with photography that makes it easier for me is drawing, especially because I'm very detail oriented. It takes a long time.
Yes.
And you have to step away from your work. You have to give your eye a rest. If you paint, you have to let stuff dry. So you have to step away. So it's this. So I think, and I have ADHD. So here's the problem. So if I finish a project, I usually don't finish all my drawing projects because at a certain point I am sick of I'm sick of it.
Yes.
Yeah, but with pictures, it's like, okay, we do this. The whole thing is done within an hour.
Okay.
That's it. Whatever it is that I want, I can get it done. Yeah.
Develop it. Boom.
And now I have this, and then from there, I found different ways to even expand upon that and do fun stuff. So.
So, let me ask you: Do you like develop like actual like photos at home?
No, I'm a digital photographer.
Okay. Have you ever done that before?
No, and it's so funny in hindsight. I really do wish I did take the photography class at my high school because they did have a black room.
Wow.
But I didn't know. I was in that wing in art class, but.
Wow. See, our school, we did. I know. Well, of course, universities do, but that's film majors, photography, art majors. So what is your favorite thing about photography?
Most fulfilling part is actually
fulfilling.
So because I have the favorite thing to shoot, obviously, and it's maternity. But most fulfilling part, that is what I specialize in, is maternity photography.
Okay.
And I just love making people feel good and giving them a good vibe. And when you're pregnant, like when you're at this time that you're doing maternity too, like you don't feel pretty anymore. Honestly, you're big, you're sweaty, your feet, you're swollen. And so many women always tell me how much beautiful they feel afterwards. And some people cry, and you know what I mean?
And that's such a, honor to be.
Yes, a part of that. Yes.
Yeah. Like that's a journey that's an honor. Like I mean, honor to have you on today.
Oh, thank you.
Talking with King T on WXRWLP Milwaukee 104.1 FM. Anything you want to wrap up with?
Yes. I mean, of course, I want to plug myself. So you guys can find me. My website is the VNS Studio. That is the VNSstudio.com. All my socials are tagged there. I am on Instagram. That is Valentina__Nicole. Okay. And just come check me out. Reach out. Let's get creative, guys. I'm always open to collabing with models and other photographers and artists. So
and definitely feel free to reach out and come talk with King T. We'd love to have you, and we thank you for listening, my little tea leaves. And have a good night. Stay hydrated, like I said last week. Stay cool. It's hot. And just take it easy. We love you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.